This is Holly Cotton, and thank you for joining in on my show, Beyond the Fit, on Ebony covering Black America Podcast Network. I am so excited to cover all the nitty-gritty topics surrounding health, wellness, being strong, all the things that we go through in life through our different age groups, all of that stuff that defines who we are and give us our overall health and wellness beyond just being and looking fit. So I know the pressing question is, who is this Holly Cotton person and why should I be listening to her? So let me tell you why. Like I said, my name is Holly Cotton and I am actually a Louisiana native. Home of Louisiana in the house. I relocated to Houston about 16 years ago. I have a master's degree in nursing and I've been a nurse my whole life, about 25 years now, which contradicts my forever 28th birthday, but I digress, don't tell anyone. I'm also a certified fitness instructor, personal trainer, and a bunch of other stuff. Basically, my whole life, I've been into helping people change their lifestyle, helping them when they're sick, always trying to help them stay healthy, all of that stuff. I know, how did I end up here with you great guys doing this podcast? I was diagnosed at 36 with breast cancer. And we'll go into shows about breast cancer. I'm a big breast cancer advocate. I feel like when I was diagnosed, there were not resources for me. There weren't people that I knew that had breast cancer. I definitely want us to go into that for anyone that has any kind of cancer or sickness and anyone that knows someone, all of that stuff. So we'll deal with that more in October. Even though I thought that I was pretty healthy and I was working out all the time, I realized I wasn't actually as healthy as I was overall. And I'm talking about inside. And after going through my cancer diagnosis, surgery, recovery, I really started focusing on becoming the strongest and healthiest version of me. I realized I was stressed. I had all kinds of things going on internally. And even though I thought I was fit on the outside, inside, I wasn't at the best level of healthiness that I should. That basically led me on my whole journey of becoming a trainer, because I wanted to start working out with a purpose. Always have a purpose in anything you do in life. Never just do anything just to do it. A nurse, a fitness instructor, and now a survivor. And I knew that I needed to do something with all of these things. I knew there was a reason I was still alive. I realized that that was my purpose, to share my story and listen to other people share their story. And together, we just create this tribe of the strongest women and men out here. Here I am today, digging deep into all of these issues that we face in life with aging and the aging process, because even though we lie about our age, we still getting old. We is old and we're going to continue to get old, which is actually a great thing because you're alive. But with getting old, there's so many things that we need to cover and know about, so that's what this show is going to be about, covering sexuality with aging, nutrition as we age, just overall health and fitness. We're going to throw in some workouts. We're going to throw in some meditation, how to make sure we're spiritually in tune with everything. And poof, here we are. Beyond the Fit. And we're all going to become the healthiest versions of ourselves inside and out. And we're going to get through this together. Again, that's the general idea of who I am, what I'm doing, and what the show is about. What is Beyond the Fit? What are we going to do? Why are you listening? Just to hear me talk? No, we're doing this because we got goals. Now, I don't know what your goal is in life as far as your health or wellness, but that was the reason why I became really, really involved in health and wellness, because that was my story. What's your story? What's your reason? Because there's a reason why you're listening to this right now. And you're like, you know what? This might be something I need to listen to because I need to get my life together. What are you going to do? What is your purpose for listening to this? Don't worry. You don't have to know right now, but I want you to start thinking about what it is that you want to do in life. Again, Beyond the Fit. People look fit every day. We see people every day and we're like, oh my goodness, she looks good. Or, ooh, he has some muscles and he's in shape. But if you talk to them or you have no idea about things that they have inside, they have mental health problems, they're dealing with stuff, all of these things, we want to make sure we go beyond and we want to heal you from the inside out and then make you just a savage bad butt on the outside as well. Those are one of the goals that I want to do with the whole podcast. I also want to make sure that we are addressing these issues as midlife folks, kids. We take care of every single person but ourselves. And I want us to make ourselves a priority. Because guess what? What happens when your kid calls you and tells you they need something for school? They need a new dress. They need an outfit. They need something for school. They have an art project that's due tomorrow. What are you going to do? You're going to make it happen. But what cost does that come to you? Why is it that when it's time to do stuff for yourself, we start feeling guilty? We don't have time to go to the gym. We don't have time to do that for us. We don't have time to meditate or go do this. Like, we have a guilt for giving to ourselves. And we're going to address those things because it's not fair to you and it's not good for your overall health and wellness. We're going to make sure we cover topics to help you guys deal with those types of things. Another issue that we have are all of these awesome boss hustling women that we have now that are in the workforce. Let's talk about that. Like, we are going from homemaker generations to now being the boss or whatever, entrepreneurs, just awesome moms, just everything. But again, that comes with the cost. I can't remember one time growing up where my mom wasn't home when I got home from school or where she didn't have something fixed for dinner. Now, ask my kids that story and they'll have a whole different one. And is it fair to them that they don't have that? We'll never know. But I want to also make sure that I am a priority so I can be a better parent to them. And believe me, I am right there struggling with you as well. I also am trying to figure out constantly how to balance work life, making this money, being an entrepreneur, and also being a good mom. So it is definitely a struggle that is ongoing for all of us, where we are trying to figure out how to be fit, how to make ourselves a priority, and also make sure our kids aren't lost in that, in addition to not feeling guilty for taking care of ourselves. We have all of these mom roles, all of these roles of being in the workforce, being breadwinners. We are single moms and dads now, and we just keep pushing ourselves to the bottom. We're always not feeling like we should be a priority for us. I want to keep continuing to talk about that and go more into depth about that. Another goal that we have that we need to talk about are going to be just health and nutrition for people in midlife. So I remember being 20s and going to eat a cheeseburger at 3 o'clock in the morning and not having any issues. And the next day, my stomach was still flat. Now, is that the issue now? No. After 30, your metabolism starts slowing down unless you are doing things to keep your metabolism up. So we definitely want to continue to talk about those nutrition topics, how to keep body fat low and keep your muscle high. Meaning, how are we going to keep our muscle mass high and continue to drop body fat? And that includes changing your nutrition. That includes making sure that you have enough protein in your diet, all of those things. So very, very important. Anyone that I have ever trained, I always tell them protein. Protein is key to your muscle recovery, maintaining muscle mass, all of those things. We'll definitely talk about nutrition, help you guys plan meals, all of those types of things. That's another goal of here, because if you don't know how to feed yourself, if you don't know how to continue to do things, if you don't know about portion control, you're not going to be the best, highest functioning athletic level that you need to be. Men and women are going to be dealing with these body issues, but let me just tell you, men, you're part of this discussion too. I know you guys love your dad bods and everything else, and you have your body self-love as well. So we're not going to not make you love your body, but you think it's just a little pot belly that you have because you're aging. There is actually medical proof that the bigger your stomach is, the more risk you are for cardiovascular issues. They actually call it abdominal girth. You think it's just a beer belly, but actually it is abdominal girth, and it directly reflects your chances of having a heart attack, having any type of blockage, all of those things. As much as we want to embrace your dad bod, it's not a healthy thing. We want to make sure you too, this is not just for us women, but you guys as well can get some great facts and information from different guests that we have and topics that we have and things like that. Another issue with the dad bod, and I know this is what happens to men a lot, is that you get burnt out. You have been an athlete your whole life, right? How many people remember, and you tell those stories in high school when you made the winning touchdown and your team went to the championship for the state and all of those things, correct? And you were doing 2 days, and maybe you went to college and you played ball. Maybe you coached after college. Maybe you had some small kids and they played sports and then you were coaching them, and you is tired. You are burnt out. So that's another reason why dad bods happen as well. But we want to make sure you are making yourself a priority also, because it's just as important as you to look and feel well as it is for a woman. So make sure you're a priority as well. And remember, we're all doing this together. It is a daily sacrifice every day. I can't tell you how many times I want to eat cheesecake, not just a piece, but like the whole cheesecake. I get the same cravings and the same frustration, and I have to motivate myself every single day. We're going to cover all of those things in here, how to deal with those sugar cravings, how to deal with all of that. Now, health versus fitness. I want you guys to be able to separate those two words, because when people say healthy, they see someone that maybe is in shape. Again, that's fit. That's someone that's in shape. They're fit. We are focusing on health and fitness. So yes, I want you to go out there and be able to whoop butt and flip tires and do all that great stuff and be fit and fine. But I also want you to be able to have your inside the healthiest that it is, so you can deal with stuff when life comes at you very fast, or you're not feeling motivated, or you have something and you're feeling stressed out about. Another thing I want to make sure that we talk about is going to be whenever we stop, when we lose focus, that consistency. Being fit is very important. Consistency is very important to being fit. It is every single day. So what happens? Life, yeah. Kids, yeah. We get sick, all of these things. It's hard to find time to focus on being fit. Who wants to go to work every day when you have, who wants to work out every day when you had a hard day at work? Working out is the last thing you feel like doing. But we need to make sure that we're being consistent. We want to make sure you find that motivation. What is your reason why? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to maintain where you are? Why is it important? And you got to remember to have those checkpoints so that you can come back to that as well. And another key to being fit is going to be stopping. I can't tell you how often that's the case. Yes, we love to see it. You gained weight and you lost weight, and that is awesome. I am so proud of you. I'm your biggest fan. But we want to make sure once you lose the weight, you keep it off, because the hardest thing is to constantly just keep starting over and over and over again. I say in my book, any day you wake up, you can make your day one. And it is awesome. If you opened your eyes today, guess what? You can start today after you hear this podcast, after you listen to this. Make today your day one. But just don't keep stopping. Very important. And another thing you guys need to know about is the importance of the structured day. So that goes with what I was saying about having goals and things like that, because when you have a structured day, you already know at this particular time, I'm going to go work out. At this particular time, I'm going to take time to do whatever. This is the time for my kids. I know that it's hard and it's not really feasible a lot of times to us in our head, but when you start having a structured day, it becomes easier. And not only that, but you can be your priority. You make yourself a priority when you have structure. Why do we give these kids in elementary school so much structure? Because we want them to stay on task. We want them to do stuff. Middle school, high school. I go to my daughter's high school. I swear, sometimes it's like they are in a military boot camp. And I know they have to be very strict and set rules, but it is so structured. And then we become adults. And what happens? We just fall off. We have no structure. We're just all over the place, sleep late, wake up whenever, don't whatever. It's okay for you to make your life a priority, and it's okay for you to have structure. Yeah, do what you want to do on the weekends or whatever. But whenever you come up with the goal, if you say, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, that's your structure. Put it into your daily plan. And I guarantee you, when you're saying, this is what I have to do at this time, you will stop making excuses because it's going to be part of your day. Another thing you have to do is focus on your mental health. You cannot go and be fit and look fit and you are stressed out. One of the leading reasons for stored abdominal fat is a stressful lifestyle. Look around you in your life and you can't figure out why you can't get rid of that pooch and you're eating right and you're working out. Look at your life. How stressed out is your life? I always start my day by meditating. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning, I give my thanks to the Jesus for waking me up. And then I meditate for a good 1-2 minutes. I just go 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And what happens is you're focusing on counting those 5 seconds in and counting the 5 seconds out. And it stops everything else from popping into your head. So instead of waking up and you're already in a bad mood of all the things you have to do that day, guess what? You're not. You've already blocked all that out. You're able to regroup, bring positivity into your soul, breathing in, no stress, and then you're able to go on and take on the day to do the things that you need to do. I cannot tell you how important positivity, reduced drama, no stress, that is so imperative to your overall wellness and success. So make sure you start the day with a clear mind. Make sure you're making conscious choices to do something towards whatever you want to do every day. And remember why you want to do this. If you want to be overweight and you're fine and you're okay and you're comfortable, then focus on something else. It doesn't have to be, you got to lose weight. The whole reason for Beyond the Fit is not to tell you what to do. The whole reason that we're doing the show Beyond the Fit is to look inside you and find out what it is that you want to pull out, what it is that you want to focus on. There's going to be something that you hear on the show that's going to be like, oh, wow, you know what? I do need to meditate, or you know what? I do need to focus on my nutrition. Whatever it is, just remember why you choose to do what you do. Do it with a reason. And if it's to be healthy, why do you want to be healthy? For your kids to live longer, to look good, whatever your reason is, hold on to that. And when you don't feel like fooling around with it, remember that. One of the most common things that we're all struggling with in this health/fit lifestyle is hanging on to that motivation, and how we take that motivation and use it every day to help us be a better person. No matter what it is that you're thinking in your head, that is your reason for doing these things. Like I said, whether it be your kids, whether it be losing weight, maintaining, whatever it is, ultimately it falls on you to get yourself motivated every single day. And that is one of the hardest things that we deal with and continue to deal with, because one day you may be super motivated and the next day you don't want to do anything. So again, tons and tons and tons of great information will be shared in this show. That's just a synopsis of some of the ideas that I have and can't wait to go into deeper research and have guests discussing these topics. And we all just use this information to be the best versions of ourselves. In my book, I have something at the end, and it's called a life check of each chapter. And basically what that is an opportunity for us to reflect on what we've read or what we've heard and sit around and say, okay, now what's my action plan going forward? Because you need an action plan as well. Don't just take information in and don't do anything with it. That's why you're not going to have any progress. Life check at the end of the podcast. Today's life check, here it is. So what's going to happen with the information that you learn? What are we going to do? First thing you're going to do is you're going to make yourself a priority, and you're going to start that today. So I don't know what you got to do. I don't know your schedule. I don't know your life. I don't know what it is, but you deserve to be the best you out there. And that means making you a priority. Whatever it is that you keep saying you don't have time for, you're going to make yourself a priority. That's your life check. You're going to make a goal, and you're going to try to figure out what your checkpoints are going to be. Some people use a calendar. That's your checkpoint. Hey, 5 days this week, I'm going to work out. And guess what? Every day you put a check on the day that you work out, the end of the week, you see, hey, I did do that. I did do that intentionally this week. I made a goal and I stuck to it. So you're going to figure out how to checkpoint. You're going to figure out a goal. You're going to make yourself a priority. And don't worry, because I'll be back with another show. And yes, I will check in on you. And I'm going to make sure that you have progress. I want to make sure that you know we are in this together, because like I said, I struggle every day also. I don't feel like being fit every day. Some days I just want to go and eat a buffet and just say, screw it. But I know that my goal is to stay alive as long as I can. I know my goal is to be as healthy as I can. And I cannot continue to motivate people to be healthy if I'm not making healthy choices. We're all in this together. We're going to keep pushing. You guys are going to find your why. You're going to meditate tomorrow when you wake up. All those great things to make sure you become the healthiest and the fittest you that you can be. Again, this is Holly Cotton. Thank you for listening to my show, Beyond the Fit, on Ebony Covering Black America Podcast Network. And I can't wait to share some awesome things with you guys in the future.